Los Angeles Rams are world champions. A Lombardi trophy for Los Angeles.
First and 20. Darnold zips one, and it's his third interception. Kinchins with his second of the day. Cameron Kinchins back to the 26.
What is up, my Ramilia fans of the defending NFC West champion? Oh, first place during the day. Bunch of stuff to unpack in today's show. Thank you for joining me. It was an unannounced early live. Sorry about that, but that's why I say hit the alert button and subscribe so that way you can be in here. I was going to come in later, but we're going to go to the movies, so I'm going to come in now. So I'm going to get to a bunch of things. I'm going to unpack a bunch of things. Let me set up my stuff here. So I'm just going to say it like this: at the 10 point game mark, the Rams have lost 2 games. Should have won them both if we would have had our kicking unit in order. We beat the Eagles and we beat the Niners, even though they had a great they summoned up what they could to Mac Jones. You basically auditioned for the starting role, and they beat us in overtime, the sock to the jaw fumble and all that stuff. But the Colts game, like I said, I give you, but we won that game. The guy shouldn't have fumbled it out of bounds going to the end zone. That's not our fault, but we could easily be undefeated. That being said, we're right where we need to be. This is the best defense that the Rams have had since the 2021 Super Bowl champion Rams. The NFC is wide open for us to just go right in, and we'll get to my thoughts on the game yesterday. But the main thing is we got the W. Winning at home is important against a division rival. The Rams are a game in front of the Seahawks now, and then we have another game against them. The Niners are right in their space where they should be, in third place, aka third placers are back. Mac Jones had a great game against the beat up Arizona Cardinals. It's interesting how that works. The Cardinals are beat up worse than the Niners have ever been this year, and they win, and we're back. Brock Dirty comes back, and he has a good game again. Well, I wonder why they didn't bring him back against us. Ricky Pearsall, I don't know what the stats were with Ricky Pearsall, the NASCAR driver. I swear with that last name, you're thinking, and Ricky Pearsall's coming down the lane. And then I'm hearing rumors too that the Niners are getting offers for Mac and Cheese Jones to trade him, and I'm like, they'd be stupid to trade him. If they traded him, that means that Brock Purdy has no protection behind him, and he's already a proven injury-prone quarterback. That is crazy. The man, you would think the man's 52 years old the way he gets hurt, man. I mean, and I'm not laughing at injuries. I'm just saying the truth. Mac, look, to give you an idea, Matthew Stafford took a shitload of punishment in Detroit, right? And he's still upright. In the preseason, they brought that immortal silver trailer in front of Rams Park, and it wasn't just for Matthew Stafford; it was for any injuries, And people were worried about his back. Even had Niner fans talking about it, and that's bad. Maybe they screwed himself with karma. We're gonna break back Matthew Stafford's back and this and that. And if sure enough, there goes Brock Purdy, aka Fragile Purdy. Um, if they were to trade Mac and Chose jeans, Mac and Chose jeans, Mac and Cheese Jones, um, there goes their protection. What are they gonna do? Get that Garcia guy, or whatever his name was? I don't know who their backup quarterback. They just released him, the third string guy. Um, but it seems that anyone can play in Shanahan's offense as long as they have all the good players around them. So anyway, that's them. But I'm just giving you an outlook of the NFC West. The Rams are rightly on top, the best team in the NFC West. In my opinion, the best team in the NFC. Well, I'll give it to the Eagles because they beat us. So the Eagles were the second best. So we're right where we need to be, and everything looks good. Let me get the chat up. Okay, so the way I saw the game is the Rams started off fast, which we needed to. Okay. There was some stupid play calls, so I'm not going to call it all rah 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 everything. There was some dumb play calls in the red zone, and then Matthew Stafford missed some throws. He's been on a heater. Matthew Stafford has been on a heater. He was playing great, still playing great. Still got a couple of touchdowns in this game. 2 more touchdowns. He'd be on his streak of 4 touchdowns in a row. But he missed a couple of easy throws, and Seahawks fans will tell you, "Oh, it's because of the pressure." Well, that made him rush a few throws, but the fourth down throw to Higbee, where there's a guy coming towards him, but he's not really like. Let me say it this way. I can't even get it out. There was a guy running towards him, but he had plenty of room to get the ball over him, and there was nobody in front of Higbee. Instead, he threw in the ground by accident. That was an unforced error. Well, the guy's running at him, but that's just normal. Even in practice, they have a guy like with their hand up. But normally Stafford hits that, especially on a fourth down. I don't know what was going on there. There was a couple of throws that were unforced errors, but he's been on a heater. He was almost due to cool off a little bit, and unfortunately, it happened against the Seahawks. And then Devontae Adams, there was a big throw. He also threw great throws, though. I mean, the main thing is, even though Matthew Stafford cooled off a little bit, he didn't throw any picks. He threw a ball down the middle, deep pass towards midfield, and Devontae Adams got 2 hands on it. And I go, it's crowded. You got to protect yourself, but he dropped it. Devontae Adams normally doesn't drop those. That's one play. Puka Nacua fumbled. He normally doesn't fumble. There's another play. The Rams kind of played sloppy at times. Remember, I told you the team that can beat us is the only team that can beat us is us when we mess up. But I do want to give props to the Seahawks defense. We expected them to play good, and I want to give a big shout out to the Rams secondary. They have JSN, which he was everything that we thought. They have Cooper Kupp, which that one play where he scooped it up off the floor, it looked like he picked it up, he caught it and got a touchdown. Glad it wasn't. And so they have some good receivers. They're very, very, when Sam Darnold's standing back there and you give him time, he can pick you apart. Unfortunately for the Seahawks, and they're learning that when Sam Darnold sees the Rams pressure in the Rams offense, he sees ghosts. But I was worried about our secondary, and I feel much better about our secondary. Cam Kitchens did his thing. The Land Shark did his thing. It was nice, and McCrary hasn't even got our newly acquired cornerback McCrary hasn't even got a chance to get into the fold very much at all. I don't even remember seeing him out there, but he'll be there. He's a good a nickel piece, backup, veteran. Akilla Witherspoon's coming back for the stretch run, so we're almost a complete unit. Now we're still not where we want to be, but what else for the Rams and the offense to not be itself, right? Because people say, and I agree with this, the Rams intercepted Sam Darnold 4 times. Hold on. I started out. I remember that Stockton was telling me, what's the matter? You don't seem so confident. You're worrying me, but no, it's because of our secondary. But this actually took hold because this is what it's at right here. You got the man seeing ghosts. And so that is the issue with the Seahawks, and that's their cross to bear. There's another guy that they had, Gino, who, remember that famous video where Aaron Donald's bearing down on him. He's like, "Oh my God." That's just what it is, man. I mean, hey, that's their cross to bear. The one good news for them is when we play them again for round 2 in the fight, they play at Seattle, so he'll probably be a little bit more comfortable. But we pack our defense to go. But anyway, Sam Darnold sees ghosts when he sees the Rams come in. That was the difference. Now, I do want to recognize something of truth, because you had Seahawks social media is coping big time, man. All the podcasters. Matthews, there was one guy that said this, and check this out. We all see how Matthew Stafford, even when we weren't Ram fans, we would agree that Matthew Stafford's a beast. He's a warrior. He takes punishment and keeps getting up, right? Like Michael Myers. The man said, yeah, we got to him once at least. We didn't sack him at all, which props to our offensive line. They didn't sack him. They hit him, and I could see it in his face that he wanted to give up, something to that effect. I looked at the TV like, we led almost the whole time, and one hit's going to make him want to quit. Get it, man. You think you're the 85 Bears? Come on now. So they're coping very hard, man. And so I on Twitter, I had to lit into them. I mean, they're not used to it because I normally just pick on the Niners because, let's just be honest. The Seahawks have had trouble with Geno Smith at times. As Ram fans, we always beat them. As a matter of fact, look at this. Matthew Stafford against the since coming to the Rams is 6-0 against the Seahawks. 6-0. The times that we lost to him is he didn't play, and so yeah, so it's just one of those things where they have to get over the hump. Now, I do want to say this though. They are correct that because the narrative with the Seattle fans is they only beat us by 2. We had a chance to win at the end, even though Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions. That is correct. That's the way the games go sometimes. Sometimes they're ugly. And you're like, oh shit, I have a chance to win. A couple of things on that. First of all, and I brought this up on social media too. And I brought this up a couple years ago versus the Niners. Who the hell is our timekeeper? Because look at the narrative. We had a chance to kick the game-winning field goal. Well, no, you shouldn't have. Look, here's the game. Here's the
Seahawks go as far as Jason Myers' leg can take.
Now, hold on. Notice on the bottom of the screen there's one tick on the freaking clock. We're at home. Do you think if we're on the road in Philly, if we're on the road in Seattle, that they're going to leave a tick on the clock for us to beat them? No. Who the hell? I wanted to say this. Who the hell? And Ram Brothers, have you guys watched this cat? You guys had Kevin Demoff on your podcast or whatever. Who the hell is a timekeeper that's leaving a tick on the? Now, you don't do nothing illegal. I'm not saying that. You do your job. But on a play like that, there's a second on the clock. Yeah, it's up to them to go back and figure it out. They can adjust that, but you don't give it to them. Come on now. You think if we're in Philly, if we're in Santa Clara, they're going to leave a tick on the clock? What the hell's going on? But anyway, that props to Ethan Evans with the perfect punt, man. But even if it was a little closer, it would have been more scary. But he was off. But maybe that 60 yards, he tried to get too much of it. And so let's relive this kick.
From 61, does he have enough? It is wide right, and the Rams hang on.
So I agree with them having. But remember, we had a turnover ourselves. We were dropping balls. Stafford was off. He wasn't doing what he normally does. So if ifs and buts were a real thing and they mattered, then the Niners would have won a Super Bowl within the last 30 years. If or coulda, shoulda. But the main thing is we were able to win. I look at it like this. On offense, we didn't play the very cleanest of games. In the beginning, we looked pretty good. We need to pick it up, and we can. Tutu Atwell's not there to stretch the defense, right? And so we just give a props and tip your hat to the Seahawks defense, which they didn't get a sack, and we were able to run on them. Kyrie Williams was running on them too, and Blake Corum, and we were able to win an ugly game and still prove that the Rams offense doesn't have to play a perfect game to beat the Seahawks still, because we have our own defense. We pack our own defense. So let's get into the chat. But yeah, we have more to unpack, but yep. Stockton says the Rams are daddy. Yes, the Rams are the NFC West daddy. Stockton says, Rumble thinks the Niners are alive. They're on life support. They're in third place. Stockton says, if we aren't able to get the number one seed, we'll probably play the Niners in the first round. That would be hilarious if we knocked them out. Stockton says, cock turkey trap. Stockton says, where's Winer Sickness? I never see him. He's around. He reached out the other day when we beat the Niners. He's doing good. Props to my guy Niner Sickness. Stockton says the Eagles are the most boring team in the NFL. That's the one thing about the Eagles is the one thing I give them is they can stink up the joint, but they have the middle, those big guys in the middle, Jalen Carter and the other guy that blocked our punt and ran it in for the touchdown. They ugly it up. And so, I mean, with the tush push and the referees aren't calling offsides on them, it's tough to beat them. But yeah, they look bad at times, really do. Saugus' Rams offense was way off yesterday, and we still won. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can look at it a couple ways. As if we would have lost, I would be like, well, look, you guys barely beat us. You know, we got you intercepted Matthew Stafford 4 times if that was us, right? But still, the W's all that counts. We didn't play very good on offense in the second half, and we still pulled it out. And that's because our defense. That's why it's a team game. You have offense. And you have defense, and you have special teams. We won because of our special teams and defense. That's what makes up a championship. Besides having a quarterback who's an elite quarterback and is going on an MVP streak, and he still got a couple of dubs, don't get him wrong. A couple of touchdowns with 0 interceptions. That's a big thing. He's not throwing picks, not sign of the cross. That you win these games and you pack your defense and your special teams makes themselves known. Danny Berry Sports highlights. How you doing, brother? Hi everyone. Happy Monday. Yes, indeed. Victory Monday. Victory Monday. Appreciate you. Go Rams. Appreciate you, man. But yes, indeed, it is Victory Monday. Where's my? There we go. And so that's all that matters in the scheme of things. How you doing, JK47? Appreciate you. And the big story was Cooper Kupp returning to Sofi. Let's see. Where's my clip? Here we go. You know, Cooper Kupp will always have love in Los Angeles by Ram fans and his teammates. And, you know, I was rooting for him. I was hoping he had a good game, but it didn't hurt us. And you know, he's a big reason why he's one of the main reasons why we're Super Bowl champions in Los Angeles in 2021. And so, but yes, indeed. But we miss him, and he'll always have love in Los Angeles, man. That was a great film tribute that they had for him as well. Because Adams had 1 catch for 1 yard and 1 TD. Yep. I wonder if his back was messing up when he went up with the 2 hands. If you're on the field, you'd make no excuses. But remember, he had that oblique injury and he came back and he wanted to be there for the team. But he also pays dividends by being a threat out there, and they have to worry about him. Our tight ends ate a little bit too. But yeah, that's crazy. There were just 1 yard and 1 catch. 1 yard and 1 touchdown. Cup is a shell of himself. Yeah, he's not the same guy. Plus, you don't have Matthew Stafford getting him the ball. Remember, we'd even try to force it to him. Now, here's this interesting comment, and I understand where you're coming from, man. Jordan Crease, props to you coming in, and I don't blame you for feeling this way. Y'all lucky Darnold melted down. The McDonald defense shut McVay down. Rams are trash. So I want to know this. Why is it that we're lucky that Darnold melted down? What about Chris Shula's defense? Shut you guys down. You guys got JSN and you got Cooper Kupp and people were trying to say Sam Darnold is on the MVP pace, and we shut you guys down. You guys were like having a field goal party. We reached the end zone. McDonald's so good. Why did we score? Why does Matthew Stafford have 2 touchdowns in his column? But no, I understand, Matt. But you have to understand something. That's the norm for you guys. Darnold mounts down against the Rams. That's his MO against the Rams. Now, until he changes that, and remind you this, he didn't get sacked in this game either. Now, in the next game, we expect to do some sacking. So that's his face. Look at his face. That man, he probably didn't get a good night's sleep. He was probably like I don't know if you guys watch Rocky. He probably was like Apollo Creed. He probably had like the Rams defensive line on his mirror when he woke up, he was trying to get himself hyped up. The first play of the series, interception. Oh, God bless you guys, man. God bless you.
Long. Darnold hit as he throws. It flutters and it's picked. It's Durant with the interception. Second interception thrown by Sam Darnold. And credit.
I just picked a random interception. So, no, that's what he does, though, man. But I appreciate you. Yes. Stockton says, Jordan agrees. It's called defense, a complete team. That's what champions do. Yep. And I understand, though, too. Like, as a fan, if my quarterback threw four picks and it's a big showdown, and the way the game went, both teams have good defenses, man. And you have to have a complete team. So, let's say the Rams are hosting the Lombardi at Levi Stadium, which is the plan, right? It's probably going to be because we have that defense, and Matthew Stafford made some plays at the end, which Darnold is not Matthew Stafford. So that was they were very even in stats, the two teams coming in. The defense was what? The quarterbacks, and it's actually not even that close. When Sam Darnold is playing good, he looks pretty good. He's a good quarterback. I'm not going to take it away from him, but it's not close when it comes to the arm talent. I mean, he does not in any way, shape, or form can compare to this man. And that's the difference in the NFC West. That's the reason why the Rams are the only Super Bowl champions in the NFC West recent times, is because of this man here, and the rest of the defense and everything else. But the plays that need to be made is made by that guy. Is he perfect? No, but he's an elite quarterback. Because you saying the Rams are trash when we are favored to win it all now. I understand getting mad, though. I understand. It's not even like here. I like this one too, Jordan. It's okay. You have a right to your opinion. That's why I'm hearing you doing this thing. I'm putting this up. I don't have any problem with you. You're fighting for your team. I appreciate that. Jordan says, what the F are you even saying Rams fans are delusional? Okay, now why are we... Okay, let's break it down. You have a right to your opinion, first of all. I'm just going to say that outright. The Rams have already... This nucleus of the quarterback and head coach, and Higbee's the tight end, and there's some players left over from the Super Bowl team. But this this quarterback and this head coach have already won a Super Bowl. They've already proven that they can get to the promised land. Now it's the next journey. Why are Ram fans delusional that they can't do it again? The Seahawks, this version of the Seahawks, or even the past version with Geno Smith, haven't won a Super Bowl, haven't even come close to winning the Super Bowl. So between the two teams, who's more likely to win the Super Bowl if we were good enough to win it? You got to agree with that, man. I mean, I just broke it down for you in a way that you have to, but it's okay for you to have your opinion. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. You're standing up for your team and your franchise. I understand that. Doctor's delusional. You're being the best team in football? Question mark. You're a novice. Jordan says not even first in the NFC. Listen, I'll tell you this right now too, Jordan. That's a great comment. You're bringing a lot of stuff out that I want to get out anyway. The Rams are the number one. The Rams are in first place in the NFC West. I was worried, honestly. If you watched my past streams, you probably didn't because you're a Seahawks fan, but that's okay. I was worried about our secondary versus your passing offense with JSN because he's on a good one this year. Amazing receiver, made a one-hand catch. Amazing receiver, nothing wrong with him. And you had Cooper Kupp and great receivers. But I was worried about our secondary. I said that we're going to split with you guys, but now since we took this one and we're just going to get better, this Rams team is not a polished product. We're not going to be as good as we are going to later on in the season. If you were going to beat us, it would be now. Now that doesn't mean you can't beat us later. But we're going to have a killer Witherspoon, our best defensive back end. Look what we did to you guys. We stopped you guys from scoring touchdowns. We're going to have McCreary. We newly acquired McCreary, Roger McCreary, another cornerback will help. We couldn't stretch the defense. Remember, you're bragging about your defense, but we didn't have our fast guy, Tutu Atwell, in there to stretch the defense and give us more room to operate. We'll have him back. And so these are not excuses. These are just facts that by the time we play you guys again, these folks will be back. So if you couldn't beat us now, you're not going to beat us then probably. But also too, let's just say you beat us and you guys win the West, we get the wild card. Let's just say that. We've got something for you in the playoffs. I mean, we're not going away. You guys are a really good team. We're not taking away from you. I'm not, but we didn't have two of our guys in there that are key guys, especially our best cornerback. We beat you guys without our best cornerback. We stopped you from scoring touchdowns without our best cornerback. What are you saying about that? We beat you guys without our fastest receiver, our field stretcher, the guy that makes you guys have to go with them. He can just go. He can clear everybody out. He can just go deep. The safety gets further back, and then now Puka and Devontae Adams and whoever, our tight ends, have more room to catch in the middle. So you guys should have won this game. Now, I understand being upset. I understand that you guys only beat us by 2. You got 4 picks. Well, sometimes the games are weird, man. The NFL. Who would have thought that we would have 2 block kicks in 2 of the losses that we had? It is what it is. So we are favored to win it all. Eagles are very beatable. Just get back to your sad team and the cupcake schedule. Now, it's okay. He has a right to his opinion, but I understand what he's saying. I was mad at my team, too, we should be up by more. I was saying that, too, just so you know. But right now, I don't have a problem with the Eagles being favored because we didn't beat them. It's our fault. Until we show that we can beat them, which I know that we can, but we haven't done it, so that's our fault. That's our bad. Stockton, feels good to be a fan of the Dodgers and Rams. Back-to-back World Championships loading. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Another parade. And on that note, Stockton put me right into where I wanted to go. Is besides the game, the big game. Guess who made it to SoFi? And again, this is LA teams for all you SoCal confused Niner fans. Just teasing my guy David Corona. Props to you, man. But I do that because I hate how they come to SoFi and talk a lot of smack, but they also love an LA team or LA teams if they're a Laker fan too. Like to tell us a lot of smack about beat LA and then go say, go LA, the Lakers, go LA Dodgers. But anyway, world champion Blake Snell was there in the house doing his thing. And hold on. And notice the LA cap. So that's pretty cool. And let me get one more out real quick. There it is, baby. There it is. I got to get me that hoodie. I told you guys that before. I got to get me that hoodie without the arms in it. I like that. And the one he has, the Rams House one too. The other dude. I got to get that too. I don't recognize the other dude. You guys know in the chat who the other guy is next to Kyrie. They have helmets on. I can't tell. But anyway, so that's pretty cool. Roy, how you doing, man? Let's go Rams. Yes, indeed, baby. Victory Monday. Victory Monday. Man, social media is all... Seahawks fans are all over social media, man. They're coping hard, boy. And then also, too, I tweeted Richard Sherman. I'm a little disappointed in you, Richard, because you're always a Seahawk and Niner butt kisser. I'll say it like that. And I understand about the Niners part because, you know, they have a lot of bandwagon fans and you want them to come on your podcast and get more clicks and stuff. And you put a Niner hat on, you played for them for like 2 seasons or something. Help lose what's weird about Richard Sherman's situation is when he was a Seahawk and he knocked that ball out of the air in the championship game against Michael Crabtree, he stopped them from the Niners from winning the Super Bowl as a Seahawk player, right? As a Niner player, he was getting toasted left and right and stopped them as a Niner player for winning the Super Bowl. Isn't that hilarious? God bless you, Richard. And I know that he still has buddies over there and all that, and that's why he feels. But I know that it's because the Niners have a lot of young fan base, bandwagon fans that come out there, and he wants them to click on them. As long as you're kissing the Niners' butt. Look at David Lombardi, one of the Niner content creators. They go on there and it's like you would think that Brock Purdy was Joe Montana. But yeah, that is what that is. But hold on, I can't even find my clip to get on my guy, Richard Sherman. And I'm going to show you a clip. I tweeted him. Hold on. He's busy. He didn't see it. Whatever. Still tweeted him. Hold on. Where the hell is it? I gotta load up my Charlie Murphy laugh clip where I can find it faster. There it is. All right. So what I was telling Richard was, hey Richard, look, my guy Forbes Jr. Pulled a Richard Sherman against the Seahawks, a la Sherman versus Crabtree, the NFC Championship game. Check this out. This was beautiful. And this is what I was been waiting for. Check this out. Forbes Jr. did his thing right here against Shaheed.
It's so hard to anticipate the speed of some of these receivers, especially somebody like Shaheed. You see, he just slows down just a bit, and then the length of Forbes. It's the difference between.
That's Richard Sherman-esque right there, right? Remember that famous clip against Michael Crabtree in the championship game? Look at that. Boop. Thou shalt not throw. Thou shalt not catch.
Difference between a touchdown and 2nd and 20.
Yeah, Darnold's thinking.
So that's what I hadn't seen all year. And that's what I'm talking about, Stockton, that when you were saying you don't seem so confident, you're making me worried. I didn't know that we can do that. Now that I see it with my own eyes, like Darth Vader said. I want to see it with my own eyes. I want to look at you with my own eyes. Now that I've seen it and that we can do it against top flight receivers with speed, now we're good. Are we where we need to be? No, but it's in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Bill Cosby. First you get the gelatin pudding pop. Oh yes, this 50 says Quentin Lake likely out for several weeks. Roger McCurry needs to step up. Oh, I didn't see that. Thank you for bringing that up. I haven't looked at that at all. Thank you for bringing that up. I have to check into that. Woo, that's going to be tough. But there you go. That's why we got him. Quentin Lake's been playing really good. Shaka Ray says they need to ban the tush push. Yeah, because if they called it right, like when they're offsides, call it. Rams Dom says, are we live? Yes, we are live. Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. My guy Deucey Falco says, Victory Monday. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Rams Dom says, we don't give a F. Stockton says, next week we got to beat the Bucks. The Seahawks play Titans and Niners play the Panthers. The Panthers, man, they're doing something, man. There's something about them. They look. I think it's at home, right? When they're on the road, they look like crap. When they're at home, they play better. James Watson says Seattle's defense is real. Seattle about to win the next one. Seattle's defense. Listen, when I was talking to you about the Seahawks and all that, I'm talking mostly about Sam Darnold. I'm going to tell you this: if you want to be a contender in the NFC, you got to have a good defense. The Seahawks do. I've never said that. I was saying that Sam Darnold is the difference between the two teams. If they're fairly matched up similar, Sam Darnold can kill you. Now, not to say that he won't snap out of it, he won't make plays, but as long as we don't have another game like we did again this time, the defense will stop us from doing what we want to do because they'll get in Stafford's face, they'll blitz at the right time, but also, too, we have things to make more plays. Like Devontae Adams should have caught that ball. There's guys around him, but he normally catches that ball. Puka normally doesn't fumble, but those are great plays by the defense. The defense punched it out. Matthew Stafford did one unforced error where he just threw it at Higbee's feet. That would have been a first down. Higbee might have got it in. He might have had 3 touchdowns. I think we scored. I think we ended up getting a score on that play anyway. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, that was a bad pass on that one. But that's the way. That's our journey. That's your journey. But Sam Darnold. If I was a Seahawks fan, I'd be very, very worried about Sam Darnold. Round says Darnold is hot steaming garbage. Well, against the Rams, at least he has to prove that he's not. Zachary says Sam Darnold seeing ghosts. Man, it's crazy. And I'm not saying that he's not a good quarterback. I don't care about if he is a good quarterback or not. Against us, I'm glad that he's not. Now I'll just say that. So let's see. Here we go. Check this out.
Right out of 11 for the Rams.
Bootleg. Stafford has Parkinson. Colby.
Hold on. Wrong clip. Excuse moi. Hold on. We'll get back to that one. Here we go.
First and 20. Darnold zips one, and it's his third interception. Kitchens with his second of the day. Cameron Kitchens back to the 26.
And so that's the thing. Now, let's just say it this way. Matthew Stafford won't miss those throws the next game, probably. Who knows? Most likely he doesn't. That doesn't mean that the Seahawks aren't going to get after him. Sam Darnold may not have as bad a game, but he has to show that he won't against this Rams defense. There's something about Chris Shula and this Rams defense that bothers him. And so it's going to be tough for you Seahawks, man. I'm just being honest with you. Take nothing away from your defense and your offense. Sam Darnold is the weak link right now when it comes to us. You guys can whip everybody else. I don't care. You guys can beat the next 5 teams by 60 points. I just care about when we play you. Because that's if we play in the championship game, then that's all I care about. I don't care if you guys were the highest scoring team in the NFL ever. As long as we can do what we need to do against you guys, we've shown that we can play a top team like the Seahawks with a great defense and all these great weapons, and both teams are fairly healthy, right? And we don't have to play our best game to beat you guys. Now, I blame it on that timekeeper for leaving 1 tick on the clock. Ramdas says the Seattle kicker's leg was tired from kicking field goals. That's a good one right there, man. Yeah, he was overworked, man. I mean, he pulled a hammy. Oh man, here let me cue this up so I can have this ready to go. Hold on. Let me hold on. Let me see if it lets me. Hold on. I got to cue this up so I have this at my. That's a great comment, man. You know, hey, I'm tired. Give me 5 more minutes. And we didn't need our thicker kicker just for the extra points. Where you at, Charlie? By the way, have you guys seen the Eddie Murphy Netflix like a biography? It's hilarious, man. I learned a lot of stuff about him in there. And he was smart in the 80s. He didn't mess with any blow and drugs and stuff. At least that's what he's telling you. And it shows because he looks healthy. He looks good for his age. He never went off the rails doing stupid stuff. But it was very entertaining and very good. They show him with the puppets. I don't know if you guys saw the clips of him with the puppets. It was actually an Eddie Murphy puppet. I mean, a Richard Pryor puppet, a Bill Cosby puppet. Where the hell's Charlie Murphy? I'm trying to load this up just real quick, guys. Sorry. So I have it at my disposal, so I don't have to keep looking for it. It's just right there. Hold on. And now Charlie's hiding. Charlie Murphy. There we go. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right, there we go. It's queued up and ready when I need it. Ducefago says Rams could split with Seattle, but after watching the game, could be possible sweep. Yeah, I was worried. I was telling Stockton too. I was saying I'm not gonna say worried. I was curious and partly worried. I'll say that about our secondary versus these receivers because I hadn't seen that Forbes play, right? And the Kobe Durant doing his thing and Cam Kitchens. I mean, look at I'm just pulling them out of my ass. These guys that made plays. We don't even have our best quarterback in there yet. Our guy Killer Witherspoon, and so. That's what I was leery about. So I'm not sure which one we're going to win. I was on Grant Cohn's show. I told him I have a splitting. I'm not sure which one we're going to win because I wasn't sure. If I would have seen that earlier in the season, the way they're covering these guys, then I would have been like, yeah, we'll probably win. I thought if we were going to win, we probably would win at SoFi, but we can win on the road too. So, but now that we beat them already, we can pull the broom out. Trice says, bang, bang, 13 years in the mud gang. Rams Josh says, Rams defensively have always played the Sea Chickens good. Yep. I want to tell you guys back to this right here, Tribe. So I was on Twitter and I was going back and forth with Niner fans. Stupid move. I'll tell you why. And Rombo. So I brought up the fact that, the Niners had their heyday. Check this out. And you won't hear this stuff anywhere else and it's all facts. But listen. The Niners from 1981 to 1994 had lightning in a bottle. Bill Walsh, Joe Montana, you all guys already know, Jerry Rice, all these great players, right? 1980s, 1981 to 94, won 5 Super Bowls. Crazy. Aside from the Patriots recently with Tom Brady, you won't see that again. They can't even win one anymore because things have changed. What I said was, well, let's look at this for a second. 1981, the Niners have never won any championships. The NFL, they were established in 1947. They didn't win diddly until 1981. Give you an idea. They were just some silly team from San Francisco. They had great players, but they never won nothing, right? The Rams were already 2-time NFL world champions. Now, the Rams owner, Carol Rosenblum, the year they were played in the Super Bowl, against the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Rams own the NFC West from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s into the late 70s. They own the NFC West. They got to the championship games and they weren't able to get the championship. They got to the Super Bowl 79, but they weren't able to win. The Steelers won their last Super Bowl. The Rams owner, Carol Rosenbluth, passed away. So the woman who shall be nameless, I told you about, I'll just say her name, Georgia, was the Rams. And it took her some time to get things together. They had some good teams, but didn't have the right owner to get them over the top, right? It wasn't until St. Louis, where they had to get players to put asses in the seats, that they actually got a Marshall Faulk or Trent Williams. And luckily, they lucked out Kurt Warner backing them up. And then they drafted Torrey Holt and all that stuff. That's that story. But my point was this. Look at the NFC West when the Niners won those Super Bowls. You had the Rams team whose owner passed away. His wife took over the team in 79. They won the championship, the Super Bowl in 81, right? You had the New Orleans Saints, who still haven't won anything. Well, they weren't the Drew Brees Saints. Let's just say that. Back then, I'm talking about back then. The Atlanta Falcons and the Rams, whose owner passed away. Okay? And then the Niners. Well, who do you think, with all those great teams and Bill Walsh, the Rams in 83 and 85 got to the NFC Championship game, but look at the teams the Niners went through, right? Then the NFC West changed twice. We actually had the Panthers in our division at one time. And so they adjusted that too. Let me see. Hold on. You had free agency, 1993. There was full free agency in the NFL. There's been a bunch of changes. There was a hard salary cap, which the Niners have violated a couple times. And here, let me give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Just real quick, and then we'll get off of this. I just wanted to show you what I deal with when people don't know, when people are ignorant and they don't understand that I know what I'm talking about. This is 1995 in the NFC West, just to give an idea. Look at our division. The Niners, the Falcons, the Rams, the Panthers, and the Saints. Okay? The NFC West has changed over a couple times. Free agency came in 93. The Niners haven't been able to win a championship since 94, which that team was already built from the past prior. They don't understand, Niner fans, that things are different. They say catch up. Well, you guys can't even win one now. So we're supposed to catch up when things are tougher? Well, we won the last two in the post free agency era. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm just going back, I'm just like, you guys don't understand that the modern free agency era, not just modern NFL, but the modern free agency era, salary cap era, is different from back then. When you can store players that are good on your team and there's no one's going to sign them off the practice squad, or no one's going to take them after 3 years and they need to get paid. They have more rights, veteran players. It's different time now. Anyway, I just wanted to get to that because that's what I deal with. I'm just like, man, I'm going to start charging you. I'm going to give you my Cash App so you can send me money to educate you on the NFL, the history of the NFL. Rams John says, Seattle needs to move back to the AFC West and they'll have a chance. Tony Tiger says that Seahawks did humble our offense, but let's stay humble because I do not want our Rams fan base to be similar to the entire. Yep, that's a good quote, but we're not even saying that. It's what they're saying. Like they gave it to us. They're like, no, our defense handed it to us, and our special teams gave it to us. But no, we give props to the and there's some Ram fans that will say certain things. That happens, but the Seahawks are the ones that are coping hard. But yeah, you're right, Tony. Appreciate you coming in, man. Come in more often. Hit the subscribe and like button. Appreciate you. Yeah, actually, I always forget this because I'm having a conversation with you guys, and I forget to do this. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you like the content. We'll be here more often, and appreciate you guys. Let people, family and friends know about the Ramirez Sports Report so you can come in here. We can all hang out. It's going to be a great journey, man. It's going to be a great journey for this year. Expecting a lot of stuff. Let's see. Joe, how you doing, brother? Afternoon, Rudy. Man, the game yesterday was a lot on the heart. Yeah, I was stressing out. LOL. By the way, tailgate and fire in Seattle. Tailgate was fire, and Seattle fans are cool people. Super Bowl vibes. Let's effing go. Yes, indeed, Mob Squad. That's cool. Yeah, Seahawks fans. My cousin who passed away was a Seahawks fan. I'm like, are you a Seahawks fan? So whenever I see the Seahawks, I think of him. But I used to give it to him too. But God bless him. I'm going to give you an idea too. And so I miss him. My cousin passed away, and he even had his urn. They got him an urn when he passed away for his ashes, and it was a Seahawk urn. So that's God bless you, cuz, and I love you. Deuce Falcon says secondary showed up. They did, man. They did. That was big time. And I want to give a shout out too. I want to give a shout out to Ethan Evans, man. That was a hell of a freaking punt, man. Crunch time punt. Where's it at? Where's it at? Let's see. Come on. Where you at? Here we go. Check this out.
They drop off. Shaheed watches it bounce inside the 5 and out of bounds inside the 1.
Wow.
Ethan Evans. There's no way he's ever made a better punt.
That is, I mean.
That's what you do. Look, that's what you do to win a championship. That's what you do on your journey to go where you want to go. Players make plays. Big time players make the play. That's what you do. And so, hey, listen, McVay don't mess around. Our kicker was having a problem. He's still on the roster. We went and got the big dude. That's one thing that I like about Sean McVay. They want to win, and they ain't gonna bullshit. Ramdon says the best thing about Seattle is Blake Snell. Go Dodgers and go Rams. Yes, indeed. Jack Roy says, JD Cruz, you need some tissue because it's obvious that you're being a crybaby because your Seahawks are not in first place. Yeah, but I want to get this. I can't say this enough. The Seahawks are a good team. We were fortunate that our defense came and they did their thing because you can't not score touchdowns against teams you're supposed to when you get turnovers like that. But we won, and that's all that counts. But I understand where you're coming from too. But yeah, we appreciate it. But yeah, you do kind of come off a little whining there. Papa, no. Danny, how you doing, brother? Victory Monday, yes indeed. Jesus says, once Javier Smith exited the game due to concussion, Rams didn't have a field stretcher at all for the rest of the game, so that played a factor. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2-2, great comment with Javier Smith. I say Xavier Smith, pardon me. But yeah, that's a great comment about. We need our field stretchers against defenses like that because they have good athletes on the back end and their secondary, and if you have to respect the guy that's clearing you out. But yes, indeed, that's a great comment. Shockford says, "Happy Monday, Rudy. Falk the whiners." Love it. Love it. Rams John says Snell is actually from Seattle and grew up a Sea Chickens fan. Now he's seen the light, all as well. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate Snell showing the love. You know, he's in LA now, so he understands. Just to give support because the Rams give them support when they earn the playoffs. Rams players. These fuckers, those Midnight Mo jerseys look good last night. They really did. Oops. Sorry. Things in the way. They really did. They actually grew on me. Jock 42 says the uniforms look clean. Yep. Let's get into the locker room celebration.
what, man? I'm so proud of you guys, all right? Hey, how about this? 1,000th career catch right there. Yeah. Devontae Adams. Hey, let me tell you this. This is a great example of being able to pick one another up. Hey, how about Ethan Evans putting it on the Never take for granted finding a way. Just being able to be so resilient defensively. What a blessing offensively for us to be able to learn from this and continue to grow. But man, this group finding different ways to be able to win. Can't say enough about it. Cam Kitchens, get one, baby!
There it is, baby. That's our coach. That's our team. I like this comment here. I wish the Rams did more to keep Cooper Kupp at the end of the game. You saw a line of Ram players. Yeah, they show love. They love Cooper Kupp, man. He trains with some of the guys, Puka Nacua, in the offseason. They keep in touch. And once a Ram, always a Ram, especially once a champion Ram. Silly Fun Guy, how you doing? What's up, Ramley? How about that punt? Yes, indeed. That was a beautiful punt right on cue. Love it. Love it. Appreciate you. Takeover LA says the Adams drops are frustrating. Yeah, man. You got to go up and make those catches, man. Cooper Kupp would have made it. Prime Cooper Kupp. Yep. That was a big. I mean, we could have kept the drive going. Maybe put another 3 points on the get thicker kicker out there. Maybe we won the game. These little things, these little gripes, you got to clean it up and do what we have to. But yeah, for sure. And he knows it. He was like going like this on the bench, mad at himself. Take all this says, I think we dropped a wide receiver in round 1 to go next to Puka in the future. Nice. I was thinking, let's just say that we win this Super Bowl or we get deep. Okay. I was saying, okay, Matthew Stafford's got another year in him. We use the Falcons pick, which by the way they lost again. Okay. I think there's 3 and 7 now. We use that pick to get a frontline lockdown cornerback. And then we use our other pick to get like a Sellers or somebody else, a quarterback that we can draft under Stafford and mold him, because as Kyle Shanahan has done us a favor and shown, you can put almost any quarterback in the McVay-Shanahan type offense, as long as you have those weapons and a great defense and a running game, and be successful. And what I mean by we'll use our first round pick because it'll be later on because we'll be deep in the playoffs, and so or even a second round, third round, whatever to get a guy. Sometimes they fall. We'll see. DHP says, good to see you. I'm at work and can't listen. Appreciate you, DHP. Appreciate you. Have a good time at work, man. Make that money. Jack Forty says, let's let Gino cook. Oh, wait. Sam Gino. These fuckers, yeah, 4 picks is insane. Listen, I if I didn't know better, I would have thought that we had 4 Deion Sanders back there. Bro, so happy Rams. So happy the Rams won this game. Awesome. So happy this game. I'm gonna say it this way, with the way you probably want to say it. So happy the Rams won this game. Awesome game. Yes, indeed. LOL. Love it. Love it. Love it. Bro, Stover says excited to be 8-2. Yes, indeed. And it's funny because we can complain because we can say we should be undefeated. Shaka Ray says, did you hear about Lamar Chase? But yeah, I saw it. That's some Bush League stuff, man. Especially, I know guys get in your face and that you get paid to play. You get so much money. You don't have to like a guy, but you're demeaning yourself. Don't do that. But yeah, I saw that. That was horrible. Dang it. What the heck? Okay, here we go. Jesus says, whiners are birds living off of copium. There's my guy Derek Cronin. How you doing, man? What up, Rudy? Appreciate you. My guy SG. How you doing, man? Rams John says the Rams flip the numbers. It's the 94s. That's the first time I've seen that one, and it makes sense. The 94ers. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh, I hadn't seen that one before. That was good. I've seen 39 or 39ers, 69ers, 30ers, 49 because all of them are on IR. IR apostrophe S. Alger Fella says, hello, Romelia and Brother Rudy. Appreciate you. Alger Fella, appreciate you. My guy David says, sorry to hear for your cousin. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, he passed a few years ago. But whenever I see the Seahawks, I think of him. Miss him a lot. Alger Fella says, condolences to you and your family. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Ram John says, Ethan inside the FN1. Evans, yes, indeed. That's a big time play. Yup. So because either Evans kick saved the game. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a team game. Special teams, offensive line, defensive line, cornerbacks, safeties, middle linebackers, wide receivers making catches, running backs not fumbling, straight arming fools, getting into the end zone, struggling for the first down, quarterbacks making the right decision, not turning the ball over, head coaches making the right plays. It's a team game. But yeah, exactly right. Shohao says, hey Rudy, do we have a chance on winning it all this year? Yes, we do, man. That's the goal. This is the best defense we've had since 2021. And it's younger. And they're hungry. And it's almost a blessing in disguise that we haven't beat the Eagles yet. And that we played them in Philly last year. Because we faced them. We've already played big games, in other words, and the lights aren't too bright. And they get after it, man. So yes, that is the plan. I'm not just saying because I'm a Ram fan, hey, no, that's the plan. McVay and Snead have had a plan ever since it was announced that Levi Stadium was hosting the Super Bowl this year. A couple years ago, they were planning on this. That's why we let go of all of our players. Well, the big name contracts a few years ago and retooled. And luckily the draft came through for us with the Kobe Turners, the Byron Youngs, the Jared Verses, the Fisks, all those guys. And so Cam Kitchens, all those guys. So Blake Corums, Puka Nakua. To me, it's almost destiny that we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. Yep, we have a great chance. And then remember, next year, if this doesn't happen, SoFi Stadium is hosting the Super Bowl next season. So, listen, I'm just going to say it this way. You don't want to put the cart before the horse. Imagine how we would all feel if we were able to win the Super Bowl at all, but win it at Levi Stadium, the Niner Stadium, right? Then we go back to back at SoFi, win it again. Hey, but first get the first one. Sockers, yes, Rams are favorite to win it all. Love it, love it, love it. Hey, Seuss50 says, fluff the Niners, fluff the Winers. Sockers says, that true Robert farted on the street last night? Probably did. He probably did after he saw the Seahawks Mr. Kick. Oh, sorry. I read he did. True story. I got to ask him about Rombo. Did you fart? By the way, speaking of Rombo, so there's a guy in the chat on Rombo's stream. Now, for you guys that don't know, I go back and forth with Rombo. He's a content creator of the Rams, of the Niners. He hates the Rams almost as much as I hate the Niners. Now, we go back and forth. And since I've known him, it's been almost 10 years now. Only one team has won the Super Bowl. And he's an older dude, older gentleman. He's got to harken back to the VHS times and the VCR times, Betamax, all that time. And so we go back and forth. There's a guy on there in the chat. His name's Tony. He's an Atlanta Falcon fan. And I appreciate you, Tony. You know, he likes to say a lot of harsh things, but I give it to him, like, Tony, why are you in here? You're a Falcon fan on the Niners, kissing the Niners' ass and Rombo's ass. And then the Falcons can't win jack. Matter of fact, Deion Sanders had to leave you guys to win. And you guys traded us your first round pick. So I tweeted this to Rombo. I go, Rombo, let Tony know. Thank you for that number one pick in next year's draft, the 3-7 Falcons. And basically talk him off the bridge after yesterday's loss.
I'm finna jump, man. What's going on, bro? I'm fucking sorry as hell, man. Man, it's all right. It happens every year, bro. Man, this shit lame, bro. Every year, all along. Man, the world. 300. Man, the world. Go see it, bro. I'm sorry as hell. Let that ass go. Man, he just bad. Man, somebody had to win. I gotta hit. Somebody had to win. I gotta hit with somebody that what's going to hit. I'm finna go.
Now, that wasn't Tony, but I just had to give it to him because I was a Falcon fan ready to jump off the bridge, and it's not real. They're just making a funny joke, but that is not Tony. But I had to give it to him because he's always saying stuff about me in Rumbo's chat, and so I lightheartedly poke him back. But thank you for that number one pick, though, for sure, and thank you for Nate Landman. Love it. Jacques 42 says McVay was fired up. Yes, he was. Rams are our smart organization. Yep. Got you. Jesus says McVay's such a great coach. That's our coach, baby. Super Bowl champion. Actually, I would give McVay a 10-year extension now. AMS says all the media is talking about this Donald's interceptions instead of giving that. Yeah, that's okay because it's our fault. It's our fault because, like we were saying, we should have scored more points, but we got the W. That's all that counts. All the talk right now doesn't matter. We got the W for the column and the division against a division team in our way. Took the spot from them, and now we just get better. It doesn't really matter. I mean, who cares? Pundits will say stuff. In 2021, they were talking all kinds of shit. And did we care after we won it? No. So they can kiss our ass. It don't matter. Let them say whatever they want. They're just like the Niner fans. We're back, baby. And they beat a beaten, broken, downtrodden Arizona Cardinals. What happened to they're all backups. You know, they were say that when we beat them. Hey, Sue says, if only Kyle Shanahan showed enthusiasm, like, you know what? I always said that he's like, to me, he's like Mike Martz, the Rams' old head coach, offensive coordinator. They're great offensive coordinators, but not head coaches. And it takes a special guy to be able to be a people person. You know, Kyle Shanahan's more laid back. I don't know him personally, but it just looks like it. He doesn't take the sword. He doesn't fall on the sword like Sean McVay does. Whenever, sorry, I didn't realize the chat was off. For instance, when we had Jared Goff and he was doing some stupid interceptions or there would be a dumb play that happened or whatever, he would say, it's my fault. It's my responsibility to get guys in position. I take full responsibility. You never hear that out of Kyle. Joe Haas says, who's Rombo? I keep seeing his name in the chat from time to time. He's it's Rombo Sports, and he's a Niner content creator. We just go back and forth. Be nice, Stockton. JK47, I want Arvell Reese. There you go. Jack Roy says, Rams could get in the top 5 draft. That's what I'm saying. I want the Eagles to lose so bad. People play down to what the Eagles are. They're a good defense, but somebody makes some plays against them at the end. Take over LA says, JK47, think McVay will want a weapon. Yeah, I mean, imagine. But we need a cornerback, man. We need a lockdown corner. Or Alaric Jackson's backup, maybe. Or Havenstein's backup. Jesus says, Alaric Jackson making porno. With the phone, yeah. Allegedly. These fuckers, the Eagles don't look good to me at all. I don't understand how they win. Yep. And the one thing, too, is I'm going to push back a little bit on that just because we're not where we need to be, too. Either are they can flip the switch on. And with the mobile quarterback like Hurts, they're a pain in the ass. So you got to, and then they got, the defense. But yeah, right now is a good time for them not to look good. And they still put the W's on the board. But yep. Hold on, darn it. The video gets in my way of my chat. There we go. Deuce Falco says, I don't respect the tush push either. It's getting banned. Probably next year. He says, hashtag 95ers. Dang it, there it goes again. Get out of here. There we go. Burrow says, you're absolutely right, Rudy. Rams, I'm so glad we have Stafford and not Darnold. Not Purdy or Darnold. Yep. Sorry, because Jimmy Garoppolo will hoist the Lombardi at Levi's on the 50-yard line. And oh, yes, she says it looks like the beginning to properly officiate. Oh, okay. I haven't seen that, but good. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, Robin was acting like they beat the 85 Bears last night. God bless them. It's been a tough season for them. It's been a tough season. Yeah, she said the 49ers before the 80s, they were yep, exactly right, for sure. Ramjas says, there's only been one Super Bowl at SoFi. Rudy, tell the haters who won the Super Bowl. Exactly right. The Rams won. I'm going to give it to you like this. The Rams are the only team in the NFC West to have won an NFL championship pre-Super Bowl era at home at the LA Coliseum, and then a Super Bowl championship post free agency era, 93 full free agency era at home at SoFi. Love it. Love it. Johnny says, I find it disrespectful that the media just keeps making the narrative that the Seahawks almost won. Our defense made them kick. Yep. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's the story. That, that is what happened. They had a chance to win. It's okay. Showhouse says the Nate Lyman pickup keeps giving. Yes, it did. That was the pickup of the year. She says there was no we are injured excuses from yesterday's Niners. Yeah. Yeah, I thought you guys had your backups. Bang, bang. You guys. ESG says the Eagles run the middle school offense. Their words, not mine. Yeah, it's like Todd Gurley. Remember with Todd Gurley when he was with the Rams. Remember with Jeff Fisher's offense? All right, let's see. Let's go to Baldy talking about Kitchens.
Let's look at the safeties. Cam and Cam here, okay? Kitchens and Curl, all right? Cover 2 disguise. It's really a cover 3 with a 1 rat. And Kitchens is the rat, all right? He's just robbing the middle of the field, and he jumps right in front of the Sam Darnold pass right here, leading to the Rams' first touchdown. When you watch the play right here, Sam Darnold never really sees the rat. Like he's going to Cooper Kupp all the way on this play, all right? And here comes the rat. Beautifully played by Kitchens right there. Good call, excellent play. Now you watch this right here. Here he is, all right? Half field zone right here. He's a cover 2 safety. All right, his job is to read number 2 to number 1. Number 2 is Elijah Aurora, okay? Number 1 is Jackson Smith and Jigba. So he's reading 2 to 1, and he jumps right in front of Aurora. Like, that's the old University of Miami connection right there. They might have even been teammates down at TU. And then you get this play right here. Like, you see this, here he is at the end of the line of scrimmage, and he's coming. And he gets picked up by Kenneth Walker, and then he puts this hit right here on Sam Darnold. And the hit allows Darius Williams to jump right in front of that errant throw by Sam Darnold, setting up another game-winning touchdown. Cam Kinchens, I sure hope he got himself a game ball because he deserved one. Great safety play right there.
And that's what it is. We got to give props to. We're not hearing it about Chris Shula. Chris Shula, hold on. Chris Shula deserves a lot, man. Because this dude has the defense playing, got the secondary in gear. They were getting after it, man. And you see, almost had Sam Darnold for a couple of sacks, man. And to his credit, he was moving, bobbing and weaving. He was bobbing and weaving like the greatest show on turf. He was bobbing that ball and weaving into our hands. But yep. Jacques 42 says McVay was on Colin Cowherd's show today. Nice interview. I got to check that out. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. It's Victory Monday. We're going to go to the movies. We're going to go see Predator Badlands. And so I hope everyone's having a great Monday. The Rams are in first place, baby. Let's see if I left the clip behind that I wanted to show you. Yeah, let's get into coach real quick, talking about our secondary delivering.
Ultimate players are the ones that are delivering in big ways. I think Kobe Durant has been so solid, so steady. It's been great being able to get Darius back out
By the way, I got to get me a hoodie like that too.
there, and how fun is it to see the growth of an Emmanuel Forbes? He's competitive, he's tough, I think he's tackling well. Kobe's playing complete football, and it was great to be able to get Darius out there, made a couple key and critical plays. He's always been a guy that just kind of finds the football, and then I think in a lot of ways, really the back end as a whole, Nate, what a job by Cam Kitchens. I thought Cam Curl had a great game. Really, what a credit to Josh Wallace coming in. I mean, Quentin Lake is such a glue guy for our team, the amount of things that he does, and you got to give Josh Wallace his credit for coming in and doing an excellent job for us.
You got to tip your hat to Cam Curl and Cam Kitchens. Oh, Cam. Oh, Cam. Cam, play for me now. Dang it. There we go. ESG says, what is the update on Quentin Lake? I haven't got it yet. I'll check. I'll let you guys know. Look at my community post. Appreciate you guys. Let's get into one more clip. Let's see. Oh, Cam. Oh, Cam. Here we go.
Rams out. Thanks. See you next week, man. We got a dub. Bye. Come on, man. Number one, man. For number one, we take it. We play it for keeps, man. Good team win. Go Rams. Dogs in the house. Who's house? Rams house. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We came with the dub. We're going to see him in a few weeks. Big dubs. Got the all black soul feeling like a new man. Rams house, baby. Picked up the dub. Keep it going. Let's go, baby. Woo!
There it is, baby. So we got the dub, 8-2. You couldn't listen. Team's looking good. Secondary's coming around. Special teams doing great. Ethan Evans, the thicker kicker, is there, and we don't have to worry about our kicking game right now. Everything's looking up. We're going to get a Killer Witherspoon back. Tutu Atwell will be coming back. I was surprised he wasn't available this time, but relaxing with him, he would help stretch the field, and everything's looking on the up and up. So we're right where we need to be in first place in the NFC West, and we're ready to roll, baby. We'll see you guys on Wednesday night for our live. Look for the alerts, and also look for on my community post or Twitter, Remilia Sports, so that way you can get information about update on Quentin Lake and anything that comes up. Ramjohn says, we've all been drinking the Rams Kool-Aid in this chat. Yep. I love it, baby. I love it. Here, let me get this back in here as we go out. Here we go. Have a good night, guys. As we always say, let me say this. As we always say, may the Remilia be with you, and Remulators mount up. And let's see. Take us away, Sean.
Interceptions. know what, man? I'm so proud of you guys, all right? Hey, how about this? 1,000th career catch right there. Yeah. Devontae Adams. Hey, let me tell you this. This is a great example of being able to pick one another up. Hey, how about Ethan Evans putting it on the Never take for granted finding a way. Just being able to be so resilient defensively. What a blessing offensively for us to be able to learn from this and continue to grow. But man, this group finding different ways to be able to win. Can't say enough about it. Cam Kitchens, get one, baby!